Oh, hi there. It's been a while. So, today happened to be the day that Google decided to say, hey, we have a Pixel phone to announce for you guys. So, I am taking in the liberty of making a video about it just for you guys. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be talking about the phone, seeing as I'm kind of not in California, so I can't really have the phone with me in my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about it. I have their website right here in front of me. Just they have some features about the phone. I'm going to talk about it, the future of it, see whether or not sort of I like it and stuff like that. So we're just going to take a look at it right now. So like I said before, it is called the Google Pixel. They're just calling it the Pixel. They've actually scratched the Nexus branding from this phone, so no longer is it a Nexus phone. My Nexus 6P cries in the corner. However, what's happening now is Google is taking on this whole new marketing campaign. It is such a good thing to see Google doing what they're actually doing. So one thing that I noticed from this entire event is how Apple they're going with this new phone. The ad campaigns they're launching, the commercials that they debuted at the event were very, very Apple-like, very mainstream, very showing you what the phone can do in a very real scenario. And I think this is crucial for this phone because this phone is absolutely fantastic. Like I'm just going to run down some of the specs for it from it for you here. It is rocking Android 7.1 Nougat 7.1, so it is now technically the second phone shipping with Android Nougat, the LG V20 of course being the first. You've got a 5-inch or 5.5-inch AMOLED display, wonderful, so the 5-inch will be on the Pixel and the 5.5-inch display will be on the Pixel XL. On the camera, this is a huge, absolutely massive thing for this phone. The camera is a 12.3 megapixel sensor on the rear and an 8 megapixel sensor on the front. Now one of the biggest things that the fact is such a big deal, hi geese, how's it going? Goodbye. The fact that they're making such a big deal about this is quite ridiculous, but the fact that there's no camera hump on the back, thank you Google, thank you. But the fact that this phone has the highest DxOMark rating, which if you don't know what DxOMark is it's the company that basically tests the crap out of DSLRs and smartphone cameras and gives them specific ratings. So this phone got the highest rating from DxOMark ever. So better than the iPhone 7, better than the Galaxy Note 7, better than the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. So this thing is ridiculously good with its camera. We're not sure yet exactly how it looks. We don't have it in our pockets yet to take pictures with. I am not sure if I'm getting one. It is very expensive. I'll get to that later. Anyways, moving on now. It's got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 821, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 and 120 gigabytes of storage. This is all cool stuff. It comes in silver and black, and also a blue model, which I think is ugly. However, I haven't seen it in person, so I can't really make any judgments on that quite yet. The battery, 2770 milliamp hours for the Pixel and 3450 milliamps for the Pixel XL. Now, one really cool thing is apparently you can get 7 hours of battery life from 15 minutes of charging, which is wow. And then all your wireless, all that fun stuff. It comes with USB-C and headphone jack. I know. It's crazy that we actually have to point that out these days. Thanks, Apple. And yeah, other than that, that is basically the specs rundown for the Google Pixel. So that is really just a killer smartphone. It has everything that you can ask for from a smartphone. Now, right now we're going to talk about how this phone can actually, I think, in my opinion, kill the iPhone. Now, what Apple's done this year with this iteration of the iPhone 7 is they've done a 3-year design term. So now the iPhone 7 looks just like the iPhone 6 and 6 previous to it, 6S and 6 previous to it. So it doesn't look much different. The big change is going to be coming next year with the iPhone 7S or 8. Now what Google's doing with this phone is ridiculous. It's a new version of Android, if that makes any sense. So what I have on my Nexus 6P here is just stock Android Nougat as it comes from Google. Now, however, what Google is doing with this phone is they've actually changed up the software. They have their own skin on Android now. They have their own new launcher. They have a new icon, little theme, And the biggest part of this phone is the Google Assistant, which you can only get on the Pixel. I have no way of testing it out here. I do have Google Allo on my device, but it's not going to be as accurate as Google Assistant on the Pixel. But dang. Essentially, what you can do with Google Assistant is ask it a question, and then say you have a follow-up question to that question. You can just say, hey, show me pictures of cats, for say. And then you say, show me some with hats. And then it'll show you pictures of cats in hats. Man, that's a tongue twister. But anyways, it remembers the thread of your conversation, remembered what you were talking about, and gives you contextually filtered answers for what you're asking it, if that makes any sense. I probably spoke gibberish to a lot of you right there. But yeah, the technology going into this phone is absolutely amazing, and I am so very excited about it. Now, in terms of the price, Google has gone on a premium design shopping spree here. It has all the... Filming outside may not have been my best option. So the price. Google used to use the Nexus line of phones as a cheap way to get into the world of Android. The Pixel line of phones is the exact opposite of that, really. They have gone premium materials, premium build, premium design, premium internals. Everything about this phone is premium. And it has a premium price tag, and I'm looking at it right now. Now, do bear in mind, I have the Canadian prices. So, in Canada, the Pixel, the 5-inch display Pixel, is $899. It's going to be, I believe it is $699 in the States. Not cheap. For the States, at least, it is cheaper than the iPhone 7. However, it really is able to show how Google is trying to get into the premium smartphone market. And is that a good thing? I think so. The budget market is really being held by companies like Huawei, companies like OnePlus right now, and I think if Google really wants to make their mark, it's going to be in that higher end market, seeing as the iPhone 7, not a very exciting phone. Like, yeah, it got a lot of hype, but really, there's nothing new about it. The Galaxy Note 7 explodes. I mean, I know they fixed it and all that, but the reputation behind Samsung is going to be pretty lackluster. So I think this is the perfect time for Google to swoop in, solidify themselves in the premium smartphone market, and make a damn good phone. And that is exactly what they're doing with the Pixel. This thing, I can't exactly tell you how amazing it is because I don't have it, but from the looks of things and from the first impressions that people have at the event in California, wow, this phone looks absolutely amazing, and this is exactly what Google needed to kill the iPhone. And I think this is, in my opinion, the iPhone killer. Calling it right now. In a year from now, if this is the phone to have, you know who called it first. It was Red Leaf Tech. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really had a lot of fun making another video. I know it's been a while since I've made one, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.